its bedlam here in Philadelphia. There are 7 seconds left. Fillmore High School has fought their way back from a near disastrous first half. Down by 21 points, they have unbelievably come back with Sikowski, Romano, Rhodes, and Tom and James Daly playing absolutely superb basketball. In a bruising physical battle, they are now behind by 1 point, 76-75, but they have the ball with 7 seconds left on the clock. Time in. Philadelphia Tech takes the floor. Fillmore makes the huddle around Coach Delaney. I hope you can hear me. It's crazy. 7 seconds. Pennsylvania State basketball championship comes down to 1 shot, 1 play. Here we go. Sikowski into Daly. Daly up for 5 seconds. Daly hits Romano in the corner. Romano first comes James Daly. 2 seconds. Daly's alone to the foul line. Rolls up. Unbelievable. Fillmore High School wins it. The Fillmore team is lifting the coach on their shoulders. It's an unbelievable sight here in Philadelphia.
No ice.
Scotch and water coming up.
Just bring in the bottle. No one's going to steal it. Hey, George. You know he keeps these guns loaded?
Yep, I know. Whoa, put that thing down. We are out of season. Hey, those things have hair triggers.
Put the safety on.
Yeah? Well, only my laundryman will know how scared I was. You haven't missed around here, Tom.
It's only been, what, a couple of years?
3 years, Tom. You've missed 3 reunions. Hey. Remember the time you put the wintergreen in my jock, huh? I thought my balls were on fire. Those were the days, huh? The good old days. You know, I am sincerely more proud of winning that championship than I am being mayor of this town. You believe that?
No.
You dirty bastard. I'll never forget you. You were a great guard, a brilliant playmaker.
You were a great guard, too, George.
No, I mean it. Come on, this is me talking, okay? No politician. Bottom of my heart. You were a tremendous ball handler. Gee, I wonder what's keeping them.
They'll be here.
Phenomen. Pressure is murderous, tense. I get constipated now and then. Mostly now.
When do you start your campaign?
Hey, I campaign every day of my life, huh? But the real grind begins in a week.
You know, I never thought Sharman would end up a politician.
Everybody ends up a politician, Tom. He can't touch me in this town. I'll whip his ass. Sharmowitz. It's his real name. Mr. Sharmowitz. That was the family's original name. Me and the coach did a little research on Mr. Sharman. Yeah. The only thing a Jew changes more than his politics is his name. Am I right, huh? Yeah, he wants this town. He wants to take it away from me.
You ready for another one? Your honor?
Hey, James is going to be pissed at me if you're high when he gets here.
Brother James wouldn't dare get pissed at you.
You know, after the election, I'm going to endorse him for school superintendent. He's too valuable a man to waste his time as a junior high principal.
Well, that's patronage, George.
I know. Is there any other way, huh?
did they find when they opened him up?
Who, the coach? Nothing. Ulcerated stomach, that's all. He'll live forever. You know, I love that man, as we all do. I owe my whole life, my success to that man. He convinced me I could be mayor of this town. He ran me. You remember how close that first election was, huh? Any idea?
I don't remember.
32 votes. I beat Hanron by 32 votes. I looked it up. Closest election in the history of Pennsylvania politics.
The coach sent me a mass card when I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
Mass card. Thought I was dead when I saw it.
Hey, how long does it take to pick up a bucket of fried chicken?
How's Marion?
Oh, she's my conscience, for God's sakes, my severest critic. She knows the political scene all right. She's almost as smart as I am. Yeah, you know, after the baby, she was, well, very depressed, actually. Not quite herself, but she's coming along now, thank God.
Well, that's good.
Hey, do you know what would make this reunion truly memorable, huh?
Martin would come walking through that door.
Oh, magic on the court, wasn't he?
Unbelievable.
Greatest high school basketball player I ever saw.
Unbelievable.
Hey, come on.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
Yeah, well, make that the last one,
It's
huh?
only 6 o'clock, George.
6? It's after 9. Where the hell have you been?
Well, I drink on Pacific Coast time. That way I'm 3 hours behind everybody else.
Tom, answer me straight. Do you have a drinking problem?
No. No problem. I get all the booze I want.
But look at you. You're losing weight, you're restless, you're forgetting people's names.
Almost 40, George.
40. Yeah. Kind of like halftime, huh?
Hey, I remembered somebody. I saw her standing by the library yesterday. Mary. What's her name?
Who?
The epileptic, you know? Mary. You know the one we banged in your garage? We were freshmen or something?
I don't remember.
We humped her in your garage. She took fits or something.
God, never breathe a word. What? She wasn't epileptic. She was only retarded. Jeez, not a word. You understand? It could ruin me. She was raped here a couple of years ago. Big scandal. Remember Mike Pollard?
No.
Yeah, the guy with the glass eye. Remember him? Yeah, he raped her in the cemetery, dumb bastard. Only serious crime I had here in 4 years. Good Lord, where the hell is everybody? Ah, I got it. Coach loves to drive Phil's caddy. That's why they're not here. Phil's got 3 cars now. He's got a German car. Goes like a rocket. I got to cancel at least 5 speeding tickets for him a month. Hey, he's been going out with his 17-year-old, believe that, up in Scranton. Had to take her to Philadelphia for an abortion.
He gave me a big hug and kiss.
Oh, I know. He hugs and kisses everybody. Italians are like that. Can't keep their friggin' hands off you. Hey, what's air pollution? Huh? 500 Italian paratroopers.
What has an IQ of 100?
Poland. Now, I'm Polish. I don't mind that. I don't mind a bit. But Phil gets pissed. Moody bastard. You never know what he's thinking. But right now, I'm waiting to have him kick 30,000 in for my campaign.
30,000?
Mm-hmm. But in return, he gets to keep the strip land he's leased from the city. Sharman wants to break that lease. Yeah, Mr. Sharman is an ecology nut, fashionable issue, right? You elect him mayor, you won't be able to piss in your own toilet. But not here, Tom. No, sir. Not here, not now. This town is not going to change hands. I love this town, Tom. I love the people. Oh, sure, we've got some problems, but if we band together, I can make it the greatest little city in the country. Matter of fact, that's one of my campaign slogans, greatest little city in the country.
Original.
Yeah. And we got some information for Phil, gonna knock him on his ass. You know, he knows we need him. He's been holding back. You know, Phil is not that bright. James often says that about Phil. Marion went up to see him about the contribution last month. He stalled. She doesn't trust him either.
Hey, fellas.
Ah, finally. Where'd you go for the beer?
Jersey? Phil wanted Schwitz. We had to go to Old Forge.
Yeah, hey, cops stopped us on the way back. Let us
Speed.
go.
It's a wonder he saw us at the speed we were going.
George, he recognizes the coach and me, rips up the ticket.
Yeah, where is the
Let's
coach?
park in the car.
Okay, I'll put this in the oven.
George, what do you want?
Hey! Get away from me, will you?
How are you doing? Stay sober. I may need you tonight.
Don't worry, when the shit hits the fan, I'll be right behind you.
You can handle that stuff in moderation. You can handle anything in moderation. He didn't say a word. Evaded the subject
Chicken's
completely.
in the oven, boys.
Hey, Phil, you bring your dirty movies, huh? He's got pornographic movies, the dirty bastard. I love him. I ought to arrest him.
You want to arrest me? I rent them from your brother-in-law, the chief of police. Do you know the police department is a library for these stag films?
He sells what they confiscate. Isn't free enterprise the greatest?
Hey, I didn't think I raised the money for the Little League Fund, man. I rent the VFW, charge $5 a head, show oldest massage parlor, and selected shorts.
Rin Tin Tin gets in.
Oh, incredible. I couldn't believe my
Are
eyes.
you kidding? You bought a German Shepherd the next day. Uh-oh.
All right, line it up. Shape up, 20 laps around the road.
We're in trouble now?
There's too much fat in the ass around here. I want my boys lean and mean. Voice from the past, boys. Old Gunner can still bray with the best. Hey, you, Ramon, hit those boards hard. Hey, Sikowski, don't just stand there with your finger up you know where. Move! Hey, Daly, have a drink. You, Big Daly, here. Hustle some of this whiskey in you, imported, Jameson. Boil your brains, that stuff.
Good stuff. You haven't changed in 20 years.
I haven't changed in 60 years. I can take the four of you around the court till you drop. Run you into the ground. Look at that. Even 185. Where'd that in 1940?
What are you doing?
Oh,
Oh, come on.
Look at that.
Take it easy. You friggin' hard. Oh, look out. He's driving. He's driving. Hook shot.
Oh! And that is after having my belly cut open. 20 stitches. Look at that. Son of a bitch. Belly looks like a baseball.
What's the secret?
Walk softly, carry a big stick. Oh. Ah, Christ, boys, Christ. It's so good. The joy in my heart to see you around me again. Ah, magnificent. Can't find words to say it. My boys, standing around me again. A toast.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
To the 1952 Pennsylvania State High School basketball champion.
Amen.
Ah, you were a legend in your times, boys. A legend. Never forget that. Never.
We owe it all to you, Coach.
You know, I used to tell people that you boys were like a fine watch. My very expensive and fine watch that kept perfect time. You froze the ball against Tech for 3 minutes. Fantastic. Stay in shape. Lean and mean. You're in your 30s now. It's a heart attack season. Most important muscle in your body, the heart. Keep it in shape. Work it out.
Hey, Coach, I got one of those exercise bikes, really help keep the stomach flat.
How come your ass is down around your knees, George?
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead, start on me, the old scapegoat.
You love it.
Come on, boys. Drink up, drink up. Night's young. Put it away. Take your jackets off. Relax.
Yeah, good idea.
Oh, hey. Look at this, Phil. You're starting to get a little spare tire there, boy.
I'm an executive.
Hey, Dave. You're starting to sag a little too. You look tired.
I haven't been sleeping well, Coach.
Why?
My teeth,
What's the matter?
they're gone.
Gone.
They took them out last month.
You got plates?
Yeah.
All right. Come on. Let me see. Open up. Oh, look at that. Good job. They almost look real. Never had enough vitamin C in your diet.
Tried feeding 5 kids.
You didn't feed them your teeth, did you?
Feed the teeth.
Need more iron in your blood. Look at that. 27 originals.
Actually, they recently completed studies proving that nerves can cause severe damage to teeth.
Really? Maybe you should have had your nerves out. Have another shot and relax, James. Hey, George.
Yeah.
You better put that chicken on low.
Right.
Tom. I'm so goddamn happy. So grateful that you're back with us again. Doesn't he look wonderful, boys?
Well, nothing keeps the old gunner down either.
You were a thing of rare beauty, boys. We were one flesh 20 years ago. Never forget that. Never. There were 7 seconds left on that clock. We were down by 1 point, remember?
I passed inbounds to Tom.
Brought the ball up.
Pass to me in the corner.
6 seconds
I
left.
hit James coming
Across the court. I saw Martin at the
3
foul line.
seconds.
Martin caught the ball in the air. He went up.
Up. 1 second. Yes! State champions! They said we couldn't do it, boys. We beat a school 3 times our size. We beat them in Philadelphia.
Yes, we did.
You performed the impossible, boys. Never forget that. Never. Jesus, remember they had that 8-foot nigger jump like a kangaroo?
Oh, yeah.
Big. Remember that guy?
Here's the trophy. Fast. Jesus, you were fast. Gone. A flash of blades. Gone like lightning.
That Martin, he was a pressure ball player.
Oh, he loved it. He thrived on
He
it.
had a great eye.
Priceless.
The perfect ball player.
Not a flaw. He made it all go. Magnificent talent. Yeah. Not a word in 20 years. Yeah. So I'll say a little prayer for him, boys. Say a prayer that he's safe and happy and still a champion. We never had a losing season. There's not many that can say that.
Old Sharman won't be able to say that in a couple of months, will he, Coach?
He's going to see politics played like he's never seen it played before. We are going to run him off the court. That little monkey's going to be... You know, he's trying to ruin Phil. Put Phil out of business.
Yeah, I stripped mine cold. The son of a bitch makes me out to look like a criminal.
Phil is one of the most respected businessmen in his state. And this Sharmowitz is trying to ruin his good name. You know that cop ripped up that ticket tonight when he recognized Phil?
Yeah, he knew you two, Coach.
He attacked me.
Who? The cop?
No, Sharman. Hey, look, I'm not prejudiced, okay? Live and let live. But that Jew attacked me, mayor of this town, in the papers.
He's running against you, for Christ's sake.
Well, yeah, but there should be a little respect for the office. He said I wasn't smart enough to be corrupt. In the papers, believe that?
Yes.
Fashion politics. He's running on the headlines.
Hey, the women love him. He looks like Robert Goulet.
Yeah, well, you can't beat experience. He said under my term, this town took 5 giant steps into the past. I gave this town 4 memorable years.
And you're gonna give this town 4 more.
Yeah.
Like old TR said, old Teddy. He was very fond of saying, never settle for less than success. And boys, they carved that man's face into a mountain. They don't make Teddies anymore. A man among men. A giant. Took Panama from the Spicks. Just walked right in there and took her.
I'll drink to that. Feet.
Yeah. And I'm proud to see my boys climbing to the tops of their professions. Politics, business, education. Travel.
There's only one man I know who's responsible for it, and he's standing right across from me.
No, not me. You boys did that yourselves. Best advice I ever gave, get yourselves a name, remember? Hey, Phil, listen. Your Little League team lost a 3rd in a row, I hear.
Hey, I lost my best pitcher and my center fielder.
Injured?
No, they go to camp in June.
Use my James. He can play center
Kid
field.
can't hit a curve.
He's only 12 years old, for God's
Well,
sake.
you work with him because the kid needs a lot of work.
Well,
James.
you're the coach, not me. He learns
Listen,
fast.
he's not interested, if you want the truth.
He's a gifted child.
Very smart.
He's got an IQ of 155.
Yeah, about 2 points higher than his batting average.
Yeah. Maybe you could trade him, Phil.
Come on. It's not funny. The boy is first-team material. His self-esteem is being damaged, not playing, sitting on the
Hey,
bench.
George, give me a beer, would you?
He's just not your ordinary
He
kid.
doesn't like the game.
Well, not sitting on the end of the bench.
James, he told me he doesn't want to play ball.
I want him to play.
He knows that, but he doesn't share your enthusiasm.
He's in that difficult age now, avoids me, keeps to himself. I think he's masturbating.
On the bench?
You're ridiculous.
Did you say anything to him?
Well, what could I say? You know, I'm certainly not going to tell him those old horror stories. My father told us we'd go insane, grow hair on the palm of our hands.
Ah, you kept it in your pants when you played for me.
He'll do it. He will. I'll see to it. He's the cream of the crop, that boy.
You keep him playing. You quit on the fields, you quit in life.
He's a good boy, a respectful boy.
He couldn't be anything else than your son. You were the perfect son. You took care of your father.
Someone had to do it.
There is no respect, no personal sacrifice, not today. There aren't very many who would make the kind of sacrifices you made, James.
There's been a decline of respect, an absolute decline.
Yeah, you see, there's no discipline, George.
High school newspaper had a picture of a pig with Phil's name on it. Believe that? Sharman was behind that.
Because they call me the #1 threat to the environment. You believe this? The stupid bastards, they don't realize you can't kill a mountain. Mountains grow back.
Yeah, well, I fixed that up for you, Phil. Don't forget about that, and don't worry about it, huh?
You want me to worry? Hey, George, I could buy and sell those little bastards 100 times over. Hey, I got a shovel working for me now, boy. Looks like a dinosaur, am I right?
Yeah, well, I could still get you an apology in print.
Don't need it.
When I called up that high school principal, Phil, I gave him hell. I chewed his ass out.
Hey, that's it. I've got it. That's your campaign poster, George. Picture of you on your knees, salivating. Caption, I'll chew the ass out of unemployment.
Aha! I love it! Hire that man!
Hey, where's the Johnny?
Where it always was.
He was very sick. I think it's affected his memory. He's getting back in shape, though.
Oh, nothing is going to beat that boy. He's coming along. He's coming along. Hey, George, we should put him to work on your campaign. Yeah, write press releases, speeches.
Yeah, my speechwriter, yeah.
I'd love it, but he's leaving. He bought his ticket today, he said.
Why?
That's him. Here today, gone tomorrow. Says he wants to leave by Sunday.
I'll talk to him. Yeah, give me an hour with him. I'll talk some sense into that boy's head.
Yeah, we could use him.
Yeah, we need something, boy. We need a miracle or something.
What does that mean, Phil?
Yeah, it means we got problems.
Who?
You, us.
Hey, I got a great record in this town, okay? Wonderful. The people love me. Tell them how popular I am, Coach.
Let's hear it, Phil. Don't overestimate your strength, George.
What?
Well, what I mean to say is never underestimate your opponent.
Hey, I'm putting this town back on its feet
Hey,
again.
not with your taxes, you're not, George. You got a 4% increase in property tax, but you're lucky you weren't hung.
Hey, we were broke when I took over. The city was broke. We needed operating capital. We needed money.
There's no money. There's no work. You got your taxes raised every single year, George. People want change. All right? You have a small town here. You got 40,000 people.
54,000 is our total population. Yes, there is unemployment, but studies have shown that our unemployment is below the average.
You can't tell me the working man isn't behind me in this town.
Working man. The ammunition plant closes in September.
Hey, Phil, I didn't end the war.
Hey, I'm reciting history to you, George. You had a garbage strike here lasted for 5 weeks. Coach, whole city smelled like a whorehouse.
Yeah, but George has given the city the finest playground facilities in the state. The program is considered a model by other cities.
That is a fact.
Yeah, Sharman's got IBM ready to come in here tomorrow.
What? You bring those gigantic companies in here, and in 5 years, the briefcases will run this town.
Hey, I am popular, okay? Extremely popular. Weren't there 5,000 people cheering in the rain the day I opened the zoo?
Yeah, they were waiting to see the new elephant.
But I bought the goddamn thing!
And it died in a month, George. It lived for 1 month only.
Hey, I'm the mayor, Phil, not a vet. How did I know it was sick?
Now, I think what Phil is trying to
I
say...
know what I'm trying to say, James. It took you a month to bury the goddamn thing.
No. 10 days, not a month,
You
10
could have
days.
burned the thing in a day.
You can't burn dead elephants. It's against the health laws. Don't you people know that?
The goddamn thing drew more people dead than alive.
Well, we got rid of it.
You advised him, James.
Yeah, had to throw the friggin' thing down a mine shaft.
Yeah, had to
City
rent
council made me look foolish.
Yeah, I rented a crane for that one, George. Another $500. The newspapers weren't kind.
Yeah? Well, they came around when I called up and chewed some ass.
They called you Sabu for a month. It hurt your image.
Hey, I have a fantastic image in this town, all right? Fantastic. And I'd get some action if the city council was behind me. How the hell can I work in a divided council, the bastards?
Come on, boys, trash it out, trash it out. George, get another drink.
Yeah. No riots on my streets, no niggers burning down my town.
Yeah, last nigger here was Joe Lewis, and he was just passing through.
No radicals, no long-haired hippies. One rape, one felony in 4 years. My streets are safe any hour, day or night.
We're not even certain she was raped.
Who? The girl Mike Pollard, the guy with the glass eye. Nobody remembers this?
She claimed he assaulted her, forced perverted acts, said he performed cunnilingus on her.
Cunny what?
Oral sex, the male performing an oral act on the woman.
Oh. Jesus, that's a fancy name for it.
If that's a perversion, I should be in a cage.
All right, now hold on, boys. Let's not get away from the subject here. We are on a very serious subject. I'm talking about dissension. I can sense dissension in this room. Dissension is destroying this country. It's tearing it apart. You're George's speechwriter. This country is hurting, boys. So we have got to pull together here. Teamwork.
Dangerous times, all over.
We are killing off, murdering the best among us, cutting down the best that we have. Kennedy, killed by his own, such a
We
waste.
don't take care of our own anymore. Bobby Kennedy, too.
They killed McCarthy, boys. His own kind killed a great American. Looked under the rock and found a place infested with communists. Joe McCarthy. They turned his name into a dirty word. They killed the good ones. They killed them quick.
It's been a tough decade.
It never changes. Father Coughlin, you're too young to remember. He told the truth about certain people on the radio. International bankers, Jews, fellow travelers, and they muzzled him for it. A priest of God, telling the truth. And they put him away. They exiled him. And that is a fact, boys. We are the country. Never forget that. Never. Thousands of cities like ours. We fire the furnace. We make it all go round. Indispensable. But no dissension. None. We stick together. Stick together. And there'll be a hot time in the old town come election night. Hot time in the old town come election night. Come on, you guys sing it. You sing it to us. Come on.
What is it? What's the matter?
Bring me that chair.
Here. Can you move there? Have a drink.
It's my stomach. I overdid it. It comes and goes. It's adhesions, the incision's healing.
Now, what can we do?
Give me a hand upstairs.
Oh, come on, upstairs.
I got it.
I'll put on that goddamn girdle they gave me. It gives me a rash in this weather. It's all right, boys. It's nothing serious. It's a healing thing. I'll be down in a few minutes.
Didn't look good to me.
All that dancing around, he gets like a boy. He overdid it.
He looked yellow or something.
He's sick.
He overdid it.
He's all right. He's going to mix up kelp or something. Says it's an organic painkiller. I'll stay with him.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What's kelp?
He doesn't believe in painkillers, no pills.
He's gonna get assholed by Sharman.
Why are you so down on him?
Because he's a loser, James, right? He beats an old alcoholic we had 4 years ago by 32 votes. Remember that? We had 5 recounts. You know it, I know it.
Is that the only reason you're against him
Is
now?
that enough?
Well, I thought it might be because, you're having an affair with his wife.
Christ, not now, James.
I'll handle this.
Who told you?
It could easily become common knowledge.
It's a rumor.
Don't deny it, Phil.
Yeah, she never got over me since high school.
Old Marion. I hope she improved with age.
You keep quiet, understand?
Helping Marion was part of the curriculum.
Not when she went with me.
Don't get involved with her, Phil. She's sick. She's unstable.
She was a great girl till she married that asshole.
Asshole stands between you and a complete business disaster.
I know that. Don't you think I know that?
You need him as much as he needs you.
Sharman needs contributions too.
Jesus. You do that to us? You jump to Sharman?
It's an investment, James. Politics is just another way of making money. And this Sharman is no different than any other politician.
Look, I don't care what you do with your
Don't
private
shit
life.
me.
But
Come on. You're in it for what you can get. You want a little piece of the action. Am I right?
It's all we have right now.
It's not enough.
Well, there is another alternative. My career is politics. I'm a political animal. I hope to run, as you know, for school superintendent next year with George's endorsement. Now, I want you to realize that this is ahead of my time schedule, and I only offer my candidacy because we seem to be faced with an insoluble crisis.
You can't be serious. You're...
Run me, Phil. I can carry this town.
Come on, let's have a drink.
Someone has to challenge Charmin's
I
charisma.
think I'll have one with you, James.
My reputation is spotless. I'm a respected public official, known all over town. George can be
Now, be
convinced.
serious.
I'm a seasoned
You
politician.
against Charmin.
I can be mayor of this town.
Half the time, more than half the time, it was your advice that turned George into the village idiot.
Phil, come on. I kept his head above water. He suggested stuffing the elephant and putting it in the museum.
You know, I want you to take a look at yourself, James. Take an honest look. Now, this Charmin is young, he's new, he's poised, he attracts people. Now, you're a school principal, all right? You also work for the mayor. It's a patronage job.
He's all right. He's putting on his girdle. Hey. Who recognizes this, huh? Who wants it, huh? Billy!
Come on, James.
Oh, he's driving. He's got the moves. Huh?
Yeah.
Tommy!
Just can't get the rhythm going without Mark.
Oh, come on. Sure we can. All we need to do is practice, huh? James, tell him my new campaign slogan.
How about now, George, huh?
4 more years of serenity and progress, huh? Doesn't it have a nice ring of security about it?
If you got a choir of angels singing,
Yeah. It'll be expensive, but we'll saturate the local markets with it. You know, billboards, the works.
Later, George. This is not the time.
A whole new image for me. You know, a grassroots guy, moving among the people, huh?
George, just a minute, will you please?
I am dynamite on TV, let me tell
Shut
you.
up a minute, will you?
What's the matter? Something gone wrong here?
Bill has serious doubts about us.
Oh, is that
He
right?
doesn't think we can beat Charmin.
Ah! Well, he'll change his tune when he hears a hot piece of news we picked up last week.
What are you talking about?
Oh, my ace in the hole, James. My ace in the hole. Yeah, me and the coach kept it even from you. Little research goes a long way, my friends. Are you ready? Huh? Charmin's uncle was a communist. Yeah, May 5th, 1952, New York Times. A blacklisted writer, Hollywood.
old news, nobody cares, he's probably dead.
He is.
Can't hurt Charmin.
Hey, in this town, he is dead with a resume like that.
Are you sure, George? Are you absolutely positive?
Oh,
Not a
yeah.
shadow of doubt?
Uncontestable, James. Coach will give you all the details. Well, Phil, what do you say now? There was a communist in his family.
Yeah, well, I can't take a chance. I can't depend on the hate vote, George. Nobody knows or cares about a dead communist uncle.
It's a whole new ball game, Phil.
Ancient history.
Oh, it's gotta hurt him. There's no way it can't hurt him.
Hey, wake up, it's 1972 already.
George is taking good care of you, Phil.
Yeah, I paid for it, right? My money got you elected the last time.
No, there's more to it than that, and you know it.
Is there?
Yes, there is. You see this suit? $100. Yours is silk, tailor-made. $300, huh? I drive a 10-year-old Ford. You get a new Cadillac every year. I got 5 kids, one a genius, maybe. I support my alcoholic brother. Shut up. You're an alcoholic, a marathon drunk. I'm working my ass off for George's victory because, yes, I want a share of the spoils. I am a talented man being swallowed up by anonymity. I want my share.
Oh, you two guys fucked up. Share that.
What's the next step, Phil, huh? Lunch with Charmin?
You son of a bitch, James.
Yes.
James, calm down.
No, this is betrayal. This
Betrayal.
is
Don't
nothing
mention
less than
betrayal
betrayal.
to me, you-
Listen to me. Don't you
Don't you
understand?
dare mention betrayal to me, James! Not after what you did to
Why
me!
are you so thick?
Can I help it if you're nobody?
Pig-headed?
Go on welfare.
He's fucking your wife, George. That's why he won't support you.
Fucking who? What?
Your wife married.
When? Why?
It's not why I won't support him.
Wait a minute! You're doing what with Marion?
Georgie, we had a thing. It just happened.
My wife unfaithful? I'm the mayor, for Christ's sakes!
Now, this was the wrong thing to do.
You frickin'
brick or a fall bat or something. You should be dead, wiped away like a dirty stain.
George, my intention...
I know all about your intention! You prey on people, you fucking animal. You want to be dead. Yeah, you want to be dead. You dirty, dumb, dingo, fucking animal bastard.
Hey, boys, I got the record. Oh, I hope I got a good needle for it. Hey, George, watch it, she's loaded.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Phil out of his misery.
What happened, boys? What's the matter?
George, the safety is on.
Son of a bitch. Fucking animal!
That's a hair trigger, George. I keep them loaded.
Dumb, dangerous animal!
Will you put the gun down, George?
Yeah, we give up.
You've got your career to think about.
George.
Something Phil is not worth it.
Don't lose your poise, boy. Come on. Be a man. Give me the gun. Put him on, take him on the couch. Get him a drink, some scotch, whiskey, something. George, we'll work this out. We'll put our heads together.
Couldn't even shoot the fucking pig.
Got too much to drink. Can't hold it. Got a load of tension in you, boy. Intense. Take deep breaths. Breathe deep.
Maybe you should do some push-ups. Run in place.
Can you talk now, George?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get down to the bottom of this. What happened between you and Phil?
It's a private thing.
Private? What? There's nothing private. There's been nothing private between the people in this room in 20 years.
You see, Phil is...
All right, it's my wife, I'll tell it. It's my story, right, Phil? Old pal, great guy, you prick. George! All right, I'm calm. Phil is having an affair with my Marion.
You're married.
My Marion!
Continue, George.
I saved the man's business. I put my political future on the line for him. I trusted my friend. Oh, you're a son of a...
George, hey, get in there. Take him on the floor.
Son of a bitch. Fucking head off.
Is this true, Phil?
It's over, Coach, you know. It just happened.
No, I don't know. Because I never laid my friend's wife. What in Christ's name are you up to, boy, huh?
He's nothing but a whore, an old diseased whore!
I said enough!
Boys down.
Pussy whip, boy! You're pussy whip! Get some discipline. God damn it. You think with your cock, it's gonna ruin you, boy. It'll ruin you quicker than Sharman. You understand me? Someone's gonna scatter you someday. They're gonna scatter you all over the ground. And God damn it, there are people whose whole lives are invested in this game that you're playing. I'm shocked. I'm stunned. Thank God I got a good heart. She said you were the best Phil Hawk machine when you tell your friends you don't dig up! You dirty here!
You'll announce it to the whole neighborhood.
You mob bastard! You sex maniac! I want to know! Was my wife a good lady?
What is wrong with you? It's none of your business.
What?
All right. Now what happened? From beginning to end.
All right. Well, she was there one day. It was in my office.
When?
Last month. She came to see me about campaign money.
She went to all the businessmen in town.
I wonder how much she raised.
I'm warning you.
We talked. We had a few drinks. It just happened.
Right there in the office, for Christ's sake.
It's a private office.
On the floor?
No, I have a couch in there, Coach. I asked her if she wanted to.
Fuck. The word is fuck.
Will you shut that rummy up? She said yes.
Just like that? Like buying butter? Christ. Marion never struck me as a whore.
Hey, now wait a minute.
You are something, you know that? You are some dago. Did you take her clothes off?
Now wait a minute.
I am trying to establish who made the first advance.
I don't remember, Coach.
Woo, this is better than Rin Tin Tin gets in.
We had a few drinks.
Oh, I get it now. I see. Yeah. You doubled her drinks, got her hot on booze and memories, and then you humped her on the floor.
The couch, goddammit!
Enough said! Now, you boys turn on each other. You don't have a chance alone. Not a solitary chance.
She's not a whore.
Nobody said she was. Now, you boys need each other. You need each other.
No, I don't need him.
I am talking about survival, George. Survival in the 20th century.
I am through with him.
You cannot make it alone. Not anymore. Gone forever those days. Gone.
You can't expect me after
I didn't rot and die in the hospital because I had you boys around me and I wasn't alone.
Bill has betrayed
I
everything I
had
ever
you
stood
boys
for.
around me. They didn't experiment with their needles on me. No, sir. Because I had you boys around me.
George, the point he's trying to make...
I know the point he's trying to make, James. I know it. But it doesn't apply to me in this situation.
George, I could never deal with ignorance. It disgusts me.
He took advantage of my wife. She hasn't been the same since the baby. She never got over it. She blames me for putting it away. I said we should adopt a child. I said adopt right away.
You did the right thing. There's not a man here faults you, right?
Speaking for myself, I couldn't see it any other way.
Yeah, and I had chances to be unfaithful. Yeah, the widows when they cast in the policy. I could have fucked me 50 widows. It was there. He wanted somebody to keep him company.
Booze and women. I tried to protect you boys. I got the Jesuits. Yeah, I got you scholarships. I got the Jesuits to teach you boys. I graduated in 3 years from the Jesuits. They all wanted me to become a Jesuit. My father used to say that the Jesuits were the scholars of the church. But I liked my women and my booze. And after a while, I had my mother. I was all she had. Oh, someday I'll marry, I said, someday. But time does strange things to you boys. It's high tide before you know it, as my father said. High tide. You remember Miss Morris, the music teacher? Yeah? We knew each other for years, biblically. I used to visit her on Saturday afternoons. She'd make me honey biscuits. Very cultured woman. Protestant. Would never dream of becoming a Catholic. My mother was alive then, so I couldn't bring her here. She read poetry in French, wore silk stockings, and smoked cigarettes. Oh, elegant. And she could hump like a $100 whore. And she loved me on those Saturday afternoons. Fell dead in the street 7 years ago. I never had the time. Teaching the game was more than a profession. It was a vocation. I dedicated my life to superiority, to excellence. So don't fall apart before my eyes, boys. Not in front of me. Because you boys are my real trophies. Never forget that. Never.
Every man in this room realizes that, Coach.
Never take less than success.
I still hear that in my sleep.
That is a philosophy in life. That's not a slogan. That's a philosophy. All right. Now we have a challenge coming up. We are going to win within the rules. Pride, loyalty, teamwork, no other way.
Beat the Jew, beat the Jew, beat the Jew. Go Gentile.
You are ridiculous.
I'm absurd. Are you kidding?
Hey, Tom, why don't you take a walk?
I took one, remember?
But you came back.
Coach, I can't support George.
Oh, Phil, you will as soon as you hear some news.
I already told him about Sharman.
George, do you want to win this campaign or not?
I don't need him.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you, do you want to win?
Well, yes, I do.
Then you have to pay the price.
Who pays what? Huh? I mean, what price? What is it?
Pain. The price is pain. You endure pain to win. Endurance. No other way. None. The law of nature. The pain in my gut, I've had it my whole life. It's good to hurt. Mind overcomes pain. You hold on to your marriage. You keep it. We're waiting for your answer, Phil.
I have to protect myself.
You've already made a choice, haven't you?
No, not Phil. Not my Phil. Ah, come on, you big moose. You. I used to have to keep a bed check on you in high school. Make sure you were in your own bed.
Coach, I'm sorry, but Sharman's uncle could today be the head of the Red Army. He'd still be George.
Oh, you son of a... He was a commie. We don't even know if that's true. When have I ever lied to you? Or you, or anyone?
It doesn't matter. So what?
FBI came to the school back in the 50s. Yeah, McCarthy was in his heyday then on television. They asked about the uncle, very casually. I knew what was up. I didn't know the man, never saw him. They said goodbye, that was that. I forgot all about it until I was flat on my back in the hospital. George and I researched it, and we found out the whole truth.
Yeah, why'd you say something back in the 50s?
Oh, I heard a young boy. He wasn't a communist.
Why hurt him now?
He's on the other side now.
His opposition.
I'm telling you, public opinion wants George back in the insurance business.
Public opinion is changed every day.
He's right, you know. An hour listening to this, and I'm ready to campaign for Sharman.
Hey! I don't like this talk here, you.
It's the liquor talking, Coach. Go to sleep. You're drunk.
Well, I would, but I think I pissed myself.
Oh, Christ.
Maybe I should get up and go upstairs.
Go up, for God's sake.
Is it still in the same place? No, false alarm. Spill my drink.
Don't let the booze beat you, boy. Come on. I'm behind you. Now stand up on your own 2 feet like the man that you are.
Do you mind if I go up? I got a bad stomach.
After you, Your Honor.
And I trust that nothing will be settled without consulting me.
I want to say now, especially for Phil's benefit, that what I did tonight was done not for personal reasons, but for the good of us all.
We all know that, James. Hey, Phil, you want a drink?
Yeah.
Let me explain myself. I thought that only the truth would bring us together again. I wouldn't hurt you intentionally for the world, Phil.
You don't have to convince me, James.
He took the Fifth Amendment 11 times. A communist came through here once. 1930, maybe. Bad times. Poverty like the plague. Joyce's across the street. Ate their horse. Gave some of it to my mother. He came to organize. We broke his legs. We broke his legs with a 2x4 and sent him packing.
Yeah. Things have changed today.
Nothing has changed. Nothing's different. Communists are at work today. Students burning down colleges. We are bringing a defeated army home. They kill you in the womb today. In the womb. It's worse than the 30s. Niggers shooting the police, government gone bad, and there is no McCarthy to protect us.
He's out to get you, Phil.
He wants to ruin you, boy.
He's a Jew. That's good enough to beat him in this town.
He's a smart Jew boy.
So why smear him with this communist thing?
Who's smearing? We're telling the truth. We win within the rules.
He's not smearing Phil?
Exploiting a man's weakness is the name of the game. Boy, you can't move to your left. You left him to death. You can't stop a hook. You hook away on him. You find his weak spot, and then you punish him with it. I drew that into you 1,000 times.
My brother is accusing us of guilt by association.
Wrong. Guilt by accident. He can't choose his uncle.
Oh, so you think that this kike wouldn't use Marion against us? Wouldn't wave her at us like a dirty flag?
Maybe he wouldn't.
Listen, he took the Fifth Amendment.
I've lived my whole life by taking the Fifth. And so have you, James. Everybody. Along the line. Sometime or another.
There was a communist in his family, and that's all we're interested in.
Well, the Jesuits would be pissed at you, James. Oh, and I trust that nothing will be settled without consulting me.
It breaks my heart to see him fall apart like that. It's a tragedy. It's up to you, Phil.
Hey, I'm not convinced. I can't take a chance on him. Coach, don't you understand? If I lose my business, I'm nothing. And it's too late. There's nowhere to start over.
Oh, well, call him, Phil, right now.
Yeah, call who?
Sherman, you're planning to do it anyway.
You're full of shit,
No,
James.
do it in front of us. Offer him a contribution. Call on 953-8220.
Yeah, how come you know his number?
Don't try to insinuate against my loyalty. I called him about a picture of a pig in a high school newspaper. No, forget it. He wouldn't take a contribution from you anyway.
Hello, Norman. Yes. Hey, this is the #1 threat to the environment. You're right. This is Phil Romano here, the friendly pollutionist. Don't worry. It's politics. Am I right? Listen, I want to come right out with that. I don't know how to say this, but I'll just say it. I like your style, and I want to talk over your campaign with you. What do you think? Hey, Norm, everybody needs help, right? Money's tight. Don't forget about that. Right. I've been known to make a few political contributions here and there, now and then. You know what I mean? No, not like that. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. You see that? It's that simple. What did you say? Is that so, pal? Well, answer this question. How is your uncle the communist? Hey, listen, you won't be laughing so hard when you read your name in the newspapers there. Hey, you kite bastard! Nobody talks to me that way. You get off that... It was his cousin, not his uncle.
It's still in the family. We can still use it.
Do you know this kite laughed at me, this fucking kite, huh? Hey, that's you, James. You made me blow it. You pushed me into blowing this whole thing.
Phil, listen, if I wasn't your friend, I would have done that.
Shh, don't shit me. My money's made my friends, right? In school even, right? You know something? If I was on fire, you guys would not even piss on me, right? My old man's money. Everybody got laid in the back seat of my car.
No goddamn monkey is gonna beat us on our home court. The crowd loves us.
Hey, politics is not basketball.
Oh yes. You get the crowd behind you, you can't lose. Everybody votes for a winner. You boys know that.
Coach, we gotta stop fingering the past. Nobody remembers the game but us.
That cop stopped us tonight. He ripped up that ticket. The minute he recognized me, because he remembered that we gave this defeated town something to be proud of. A victory. We won the town that year.
I'm no dummy. I know you can't fight progress.
Progress. Nothing changes with the date. Yeah, you put a Jew in my place, you'll have progress, all right.
Jews ruin the country. Oh, no one's gonna say it out loud. But they think it. They remember. They know.
You know, I think we should go easy on Sharman being Jewish. It could be labeled anti-Semitism.
Yeah, Israel! I'm all for Israel. Give that one-eyed son of a bitch the seventh day, would have blown those greasy Arabs off the face of the earth. Arabs are all communists. Wash their hair in camel piss. Let the Jews blow them all away.
Blow 'em all away.
Nobody's anti-anything. There's good and bad in every race. Some of the best athletes in the world were Jews. Sid Luckman. Oh, magnificent. Nobody could punch like Barney Ross, pound for pound. Jesse Owens, alone, defeated the goddamn Germans. Splendid nigger. Fast as lightning. Can't trust him. Gotta watch him. Jews the same.
My friends, in the kingdom of the blind.
Tom, wait!
Tom!
Don't move him! Broken bones.
Tom, you right, Tom?
What, is he knocked out?
Can you hear me, Tom? He's moving.
All right, put him on the couch.
Somebody just fell down the stairs. Oh. Whew. James, this drinking in moderation is murder.
Get him a drink.
Get him a drink. The one-eyed man is king. Before I was so rudely interrupted.
None of you can hold your liquor. You drink like women. You'll be squatting to piss next.
Coach, I gotta talk to you alone.
Are you sober?
Yeah.
All right, let's go out on the porch.
Hey, something's going on. I don't trust Phil.
Let's let the coach handle it.
Why not? He's handled everything else.
You and me have nothing more to say to one another ever.
Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. As my old grandmother used to say. I love you, George. How's the little woman, huh?
Oh, shut up.
You think I don't have feelings, huh? Think the old clown doesn't have deep feelings, huh? Phony bullshit artist, right? None of you knows what goes on inside my head. Nobody does. I can understand. Understand what makes a man take a gun, go up in a tower someplace and start blowing people apart. I know that feeling. All smiles, right, huh? I have rage in me. I hate, like people hate things. I could have taken his head off!
Why didn't you?
Because he wasn't worth it. I got a career to think about. Oh. In the hospital. It looked like something that floats in formaldehyde. Freakish blue eyes.
George, this is not the time.
We put it away. It was a boy. We never even named it. We institutionalized it. Coach advised me, said, put it away immediately. I paid $400 a month.
What else could you do?
Child like that, a mongoloid. Doesn't help my career.
I need a beer.
It casts a reflection that's unfavorable to my image. Coach says, put it away immediately.
Lose the mongoloid, folks. George, hands down.
George, we have some important decisions to make tonight. Don't get drunk.
I can't get drunk enough. And I don't need that bitch either. We were going to renew our vows. on our 15th anniversary on the altar.
Maybe we could stone her, George.
Shut up!
There's an old Jewish custom.
Why are you doing this to me?
Stop leaking all over everybody. Stop the tragic act and take the money. Stop this dishonesty.
You always thought I was a phony, didn't you?
Don't pay any attention.
Unfucking believable.
Now, George, the coach is out there right now trying to convince Phil to back us. Now, I know he can do it. The question is, will you accept the money from Phil? I think we should consider...
Would you accept the money if it was Helen?
Son of a bitch, I'm just...
Wait a minute. What about that question?
I'm not in any such situation. It wouldn't apply.
Well, now be me, James. Be me. And imagine yourself, you're with this guy, best friends, champions. He's fucking your wife. Imagine that a while.
It wouldn't happen.
Well, pretend, James. Pretend you're me and answer that question. Would you take the money?
Yes! I take it. I take it all.
Jesuits would be really pissed at you, James.
You are nothing but a complete and total disgrace. All cheap cynicism and tools.
Don't let's do my
I
biography.
saved your life, boy.
You sound like him, boy.
Saved your life. Now I'm trying to save what's left of mine, so just stay out of it.
Oh, no, don't do that. Stop it. Brothers should love and take care of one another.
I carried him all my life. Carried everybody. I'm exhausted at 38.
James never did anything out of love. James never loved anything. He's just obedient. An obedient man. Press a button.
No one's listening.
And he shoulders a responsibility. But he can't sleep at night. And his teeth fell out.
I'm 38 years old. I used to have a 32-inch waist. I used to have friends. I was the most popular boy in school. That's all past tense now. I guess I'm past tense.
Your future is politics, George.
I can't find myself, James. I lose myself behind all the handshakes and the smiles and the speeches. I'm not the man I wanted to be. I seem to myself to be somebody else. I'm always... I can't stop watching myself.
No. It's all in the way you look at things, George. Your angle of vision. Now, take Marion, for example. She may have gone to Phil, did what she did. I'm not condoning it, but she may have, with Phil, done the entire thing for the money.
Well, she always was devoted to my career. Oh, I don't know. I don't even know if I care
It's
anymore.
been done before.
You mean use the stupid slob? Well, she did say he couldn't trust him.
She probably recognized the problem before we did.
Well, I wouldn't put it past her. You could be right, James. Yes, you could.
I think she just humped him out of plain old lust, George.
I'll see you when I'm sober for that remark.
You're up for sale tonight, George. Go and cheat tonight.
See what he does to me? Me who went to another city to find him. He called me, and I went to another city to find him. How many times? How many cities? You were nothing but rags, filth. I picked you up and carried you screaming.
Nobody held a gun to
I
you.
had no choice.
Only alkies like me have no alternatives.
You know what the old man left me? He left me when he finally died, $6,000 in medical bills, and another $1,200 for the funeral. And me, Old Faithful, ends up 10 years behind everyone else. For what?
We all have great respect for you, James. You sacrificed, yes, you did.
Mediocrity. My son, Jimmy, the bright one, he asked me what it meant. The definition of the word mediocrity. It means of low excellence. You know why, he asked? Because that's what he thinks of me, how he sees me, how I'm beginning to see myself.
School super job is all yours after the election.
That's only the beginning. I found my talent late in life. I didn't get into politics until I was over 30, but there's always Congress, George. Congress out there in the distance. I am going to make my stand in the political arena.
George, Coach wants to talk to you.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
He's waiting.
Yeah?
The suspense is killing.
It's like before a game. You drink?
Thank you.
George will accept the money, Phil.
Good. Ice?
No.
How are you disposed?
What do you mean? Do you mean how do I feel about it? It's iffy. It's all iffy.
What's the coach say?
Oh. Coach, he said we have a town of dress factories, car lots, empty bars, mines, and some Jew thinks he's going to turn the place into Miami Beach.
No, he's going to try, but if we coordinate...
Hey, oh, do I care? James, come on. Do I really care about this? Do you know something? I am so bored half the time around here, it's killing me. Oh yeah. I sit around here, boy, I watch those same old faces get old. That same old bullshit, James, day in, day out, right? I am bored. You know what I do sometimes? Sometimes, boy, I get on that turnpike. I drive. All until I feel like I want to get off. Right? I drove all the way to Binghamton last week. You believe that? I drove 100 miles on a Friday night all by myself. And what the hell is left in this life? And you hit a few bars sometimes. You play music, you drink and drink. You replay the old basketball games over and over again in my head. Gotta pick up that strange pussy here and there, now and then, you know what I mean? Gotta have something young, right? Gotta have something juicy sitting down beside you. But mostly, you know what I do? I sit, I replay the old games over and over and over again in my head. Do you believe that?
We were good.
We can call each other's moves every single time.
Made some good times. Great.
Yeah, we did. You know what, sometimes I think the only thing I can still feel, you know what I mean? You know, still feel in my gut, boy. I can still feel that championship season, boy. I feel those crowds, you know? That is the best memory to date. There is nothing that's matched it, nothing.
We were good then.
Mark, you know, I love that guy. I think about him all the time.
Perfect ball player, wasn't he?
Yeah. Hey, you want to know what I do for excitement now?
We all have a good idea.
Tommy, I got a Porsche. I got a fuel injector. I got a water pump. I am like James Dean. Right? You know what I did? I upped that baby to 120 miles. house coming back from Binghamton last week. I'm smashed on this, right? It's a blur, everything a blur in front of me. And I'm laughing. I can't even see the road in front of me. I gotta wipe my eyes because I can't see. I'm laughing. I'm laughing so hard, right? And then I get her up to 135. I got one hand on the wheel right here, and I'm pissed out of my mind. The radio is blaring in my ears, right? And you know something? It's gonna sound crazy to you guys, but I think I'm speed. You understand? I know nothing can catch me, right? Nothing alive can touch me, huh? Then I get her to 140 miles an hour. Yeah, pissed out of my mind. I'm scared shitless, right? But I'm laughing. I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I know nothing on earth can catch me. Boy, oh boy, one Friday night, boy, they'll be putting pieces of me in a rubber bag. I wonder what it's like to get it at 140 miles an hour, huh?
Splat.
I got bug hitting the windshield.
Sounds more dangerous than married women.
I don't get offended.
It was a joke.
You see, this guy is offended. You know why I like married women, James? Nobody gets involved, you understand? They don't yell, they don't tell, swell, and they're grateful as hell, boy. You know that Marion took my cherry in school. Nobody gets involved, you see? You know I cared for her? I did. But boy, is she a bitch. She is a bitch on wheels now. You know, George, he did a job on her. She's done. She's finished. You know what I thought? I thought maybe we go back to something. Like maybe we find something still there, but boy, it ain't like the movies. She's a bitch now.
I never understood women like her. Never did. Never wanted to.
You better watch Helen.
My Helen? No.
Yeah.
Never happened. Helen does everything by the book. Helen is the champion of chastity. Sex is children, children is sex. She'd be happy spending the rest of her life putting cocoa butter on her tits. Breasts. She's only happy when she's pregnant. It clears up her skin.
Does she still paint?
Not really.
Remember that time when she didn't laugh? Do you remember that time, James? Remember that time in our class? Our class. We had to identify paintings for an exam. And, oh boy, I said mine was an El Griso. And you laughed, just like that. And everybody behind me, they were laughing, and the whole class is laughing at me, right? But I remember something, boy, she did not laugh.
You smell something?
The chicken, go get it.
Oh.
Is that bird bad?
No, hot. I'll bring it out.
Old Marion laughed.
Listen, don't worry about George. He's gonna get over it.
You think so?
Oh yeah. You know you could rub the two of them together, you wouldn't get a sound. All that shit about her being ripped up about the baby.
She didn't want it?
No, she didn't want it. She had to convince him. He wanted to keep it, that's right. The coach had to damn near order him to give it up. And listen, another thing. I am not the first guy she laid. She's been running around the last few years.
Why doesn't she just leave him?
Where is she going at 38? Holy Christ. You're an alcoholic, huh?
Why, whatever gave you that idea?
Christ, what the hell happened to you, huh? What do you need, money?
I'll let you know.
You know why I like Sherman? This guy has got some class to him. You know, he's got some style. And then we're stuck with this George, boy. George, you know what George is? George is like Bugs Bunny on television. What's up, folks? I'm the mayor. What's up, folks? You see this? You see this? We got Looney Tunes for a mayor. You see? George is simply not a modern man. I am. Maybe you are too. You know what Claire and me have? We have what you call an arrangement. You see, as long as we understand that nothing lasts forever, and as long as she don't go and make it with anybody in this town, none of my friends, it's fine. It's all right. It's what you call, it's what they call, it's a mutual arrangement. You see, you got to change with the times, boy. You got to be modern. don't say anything to the rest. Between you and me.
Yeah, I think I'm medieval, you know? Probably somewhere in the Dark Ages.
You know that she and her old lady fly all over the place, boy. This girl is never home, on my money, of course. You know, the old lady knows she makes it with other men. Do you believe that? You know what they do? They talk about it. Boy, oh boy, I wonder if it's a crime in this state to fuck your mother-in-law.
Ask Brother James. He's the keeper of perversions.
Yeah, boy, I gotta get a vasectomy, James, you know?
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, they tie up your tubes, you see. You come, but you don't come sperm. You're sterilized. I fuck a hell of a lot. Do you know that, James? Did you know? And I can't afford any more abortions. 2 kids is enough for anybody. You see, Claire and me, we discuss all this. And she agrees with me. She says it's the intelligent thing to do. And you're right. Everybody here lives in the Dark Ages. Pitch black.
He wants to talk to you now, James.
George, have some chicken.
You want me to step down as your campaign manager?
Phil has
You dumped me now and my politics are over.
Phil has contacted these people. And
People will know I've been dumped. I wouldn't be able to buy a vote. You ruined me in this town.
Oh, after the election, I can still endorse you for superintendent.
Into dumping me for money in campaign.
Hey, just getting someone with more experience, bringing a professional up. You'll still be involved in the campaign.
You did this. You turned them against me.
I can't put $25,000 and $30,000 into the hands of an amateur.
I will not take this lying down. No, you spoiled it. You're not going to do this to me.
Not what you think, Jim.
You're an ignoramus.
And you are a shabby man.
And you were a goddamn ignoramus. Oh. You're not going to keep up to me.
Hey, it's all right. They're not broken. Go upstairs. Go upstairs. You know, if I had my wits, some anger, some guts, I'd take your head off, Phil.
I know, I see it. You know something? I'm money. I'm money. I'm money to you guys. I am money to everybody in this room. Well, I'll tell you something right now. I am not giving it away anymore. You hear me? No more charity from the dumb Dago here.
You people do this to me. I will walk every street in this town. Hear me? And I will tell every single person about Phil and Marion.
Shabby.
I will not be abused like this. I will turn George into the village idiot.
No, you wouldn't do that, James.
I swear it by Christ. And your brother-in-law and the kickbacks on the city jobs.
You've ruined me. You've ruined us.
What did you just do to me?
An hour ago, he suggested we back him for mayor.
Well, I don't believe that.
Ask him.
I proposed an alternative.
Oh, help me. I'm sick. My stomach.
Can you make it upstairs? Come on. Oh.
Not in the trophy!
Nice shot, George.
I'll take him upstairs. Get him washed up.
I can't get my breath.
And stop talking. Come on. James, would you wash out the trophy, please?
Dull night. Maybe I should go fall down the stairs again.
You see this? You see how it gets more desperate, Tom? You see how the people, they always get more desperate? Will you tell me why is everybody so fucking desperate? Everybody's got to have a piece of me. They want me. I might name it, for Christ's sake, my money. Nothing else. I got something to show you. There's a dentist bill. That's $4,000. That's my wife's bill, for Christ's sake. For $4,000, you can cap a shark's mouth. See, I'm expected to finance everybody's life. You see this? Do you know that Marion brought up the campaign money? That's right. She brought it up. It was the third time I laid her. She brought it up. Very, very casually, mind you, and then we talked about it for 3 fucking hours. I expected it. I knew it. She laid it in. Well, she earned the money. I made her work for it, boy.
You wanted George to find out.
Yeah, maybe I did. I don't know. She worked for that money. Because, listen, I took her to the holiday one afternoon, boy. I fucked her on the bed, the tub, the toilet, the chair, the floor. I had her everywhere but the ice machine. Sharing the money. Hey, you know the only woman I ever loved? It's my mother. That's right, fuck the psychiatrist, I say. You know, my mother is the only woman I ever knew. The rest are all cuts.
I don't care, you know? The truth is, I don't care about the melodrama of your life, Phil.
I have been betrayed by my friends. I carried that imbecile Pollock for years. Him and his nymphomaniac wife.
Watch it.
I know. I was his best man. The ushers were comparing notes on her. No, George got sick before the wedding, too. Threw up with joy.
Come on, we know her past history. No more lectures.
You don't know anything. You fornicated and read the newspapers. That's all you know. But no one is going to use me, abuse me. No one.
Now we won't have James to kick around anymore.
Exactly. I'm a new man, and I come high. My success has been delayed by my responsibilities. My youth was given over to my responsibilities. Now it's my turn. I'm going to demand my right to success. Demand. I had to... Christ, I'm ashamed. I had to borrow the money from Phil to bury
You don't owe me anything.
I owe everybody. I don't own a goddamn thing.
I won big on the Colts.
Now you knife me in the back.
Hey, I like being rich. All right, James? I need the money. You know why? I gotta have two of everything. I want cars, I want the boats, the women, etc., etc., etc. You wanna know why? I'll tell you why. Around expensive things, I get a hard on.
Oh.
I get turned on, I want it, all right? Boy, my old man was like you, James. Desperate. This guy, he built a business 24 hours a day. Didn't have time to learn the language. He knew 2 words, he knew money and work. I'm sorry, 3 words. The business. Huh? Well, the business killed him. At 43 years old, all right? And we went and we buried a man nobody ever knew. I worked with that man. I ate with that man. I slept with that man. I have no idea who he was or what he was. But that fucking business is mine now. It's all mine.
Washed up. He's gonna call his wife. I'm bewildered. Stunned. not to my ass. Never did I think that I would live to see you turn savagely turn on each other. You are not the people who played for me.
We are myths.
What?
Myths.
Is that trophy a myth? See the names engraved on it? Don't grow old on me, boys. Don't lose faith. Don't get old. I carved your names in silver. Last forever. Forever. Never forget that. Never. Nothing changes but the date. You're all still immensely talented.
I'm a junior high school principal who has to have the walls scrubbed every day because inevitably some little bastard scribbles all over them. Mr. Daly eats it. Daly is a shithead.
Taking care of your father slowed you up.
Slowed me up. I wiped the man's ass like a baby, rubbed his body with oil, washed him, had to feed him before he died. All those years, never felt love from him. He'd get drunk and abuse me.
In fever, bedridden, a man can say strange things.
I just want...
What?
Wanted...
What?
I wanted him to respect me! Respect me! That's all I wanted!
Wine. You're a 38-year-old wine. Bitch and whine and blame your life on everybody. You got the eyes of a beggar. Did they respect me? 30 years, a teacher, a coach, a teacher devoted to excellence. Did they respect me when they forced me into retirement? They gave me a farewell dinner, gold watch, and a pension. A pension is a ticket to death. It's a goddamn passport. Said I was old-fashioned. Said I abused a student. Boy made an obscene gesture to my face, and I hit him. What's old-fashioned about that?
You broke his jaw.
Next thing I know, I'm walking the sidewalk at 8 o'clock in the morning with nowhere to go. Start listening to the radio. I watch more TV than any man alive. You make them respect you.
Well, I called Marion. You were right, James, absolutely.
Was I?
Yeah. What did she say?
She said she did it for me, for the money.
See that, Phil? You hear that?
I know.
Next time, the ice machine, right, Phil?
Well, it's getting late. I better leave now.
She convinced you to take the money, George?
None of your goddamn business.
By the time old James gets through with you, they're going to give you a pair of horns on the steps of City Hall.
That is not going to happen.
I meant what I said.
Marion said the whole...
I don't care what that hot pants bitch said. You go home and you kick her ass all over the kitchen. All that slutting around.
She's not a slut.
She was punished for slutting, wasn't she? She was punished and so were you.
That's a terrible thing to say.
Keep her out of the campaign. You lock her in her ruin. She's trouble, she is.
Well, now, I have pride.
You have no pride. None. You got a face for everybody. All slick smiles, empty eyes. You lost something, boy. You lost something. Fiddle, ruining, and screwing your life away. You lost something. And you stumbling and reeling through the streets like some broken thing, hearing people laugh at you. It breaks me. You were a gifted boy.
Past tense.
Gifted. All of you, immensely talented. Not just basketball. I remember sitting in the auditorium watching James win that contest. What was that? What?
I speak for democracy.
I speak for democracy. You had that audience spellbound. When you stood up to speak, the whole crowd hushed. Still, no movement. You overwhelmed them. They were spellbound. I'll never forget that.
I won a $100 bond. The old man cashed it in and drank it up.
Yeah. Gave you a little gold cup.
Run to win. St. Paul said that. A saint. Run always to win. I drilled that into you. Healthy minds, healthy bodies. The Greeks, they said that. They started it all, the Greeks. Magnificent athletes, the Greeks.
Greeks were pederasts.
What the hell is he talking about?
He means the Greeks were homosexuals.
The Greeks? Homos? No. No, not the Greeks. The Romans, maybe. Not the Greeks. Well, you keep that liberal bullshit at home. I won't listen to it here. The Greeks made their men into gods. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred with dust and sweat and blood, who knows life's great enthusiasms and great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, so that he may know the triumph of high achievement, and if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place will never be among those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. Those are a great man's words. A man among men. Monday morning, boys. Sharmowitz. We get in the arena and draw some blood.
Not James. Not me. Not till my participation is settled.
It's been settled.
Not to my satisfaction.
Hey, Phil, you get a hold of those people down in Philadelphia. Get them up here as soon as possible.
Okay.
You won't change your mind?
Try to get them up here by Monday.
God damn it! Nobody is going to walk over me. I'm done. My back's against the wall.
James, I think...
Who are you? I don't know you. I will walk the streets of this town. I will. Do you hear me? I'm going to go out there and open up. I will. I will. Low excellence.
Welcome to anonymity, James. No bench, no depth, playing with too many injuries.
You have been sneering at us all night long, laughing in our faces.
Don't start on me, all right? I'm not here. I'm in New Orleans.
You're finished. And you had talent. You quit, and everyone who needed you...
Stop lying to us. Stop telling us how good we were.
Never had a losing season. We're not going to start now.
That's not what Martin said.
What?
Martin. Remember him?
Yes.
But he's not here. And you know why he left. Why he never came back to a reunion.
Do I?
He told us the truth 20 years ago.
Did
He wanted you to publicly refuse the trophy, remember? You told him in the third quarter to get that nigger center. The kangaroo, remember? And he did. He went out and broke the guy's ribs.
I told him to get tough. That nigger was playing him off the board. I told him to get tough and stop him.
He came to you a week after the game.
That's right, he did. Yeah, he came in here babbling something about the truth. What truth, I said? We won. That trophy is the only truth. I told him to get mean. I told him to punish some people. I told him to put fear into people. It takes hate to win. You gotta hate to win. I never told him to break anybody's ribs. You don't believe me, boys?
Oh, I believe you. We have gone through this phony ritual. Champions? Shit. We stole it.
I told him there's no such thing as second place.
Yeah, never less than success. Pay the price. Get yourself a name. I did. I really did. I fell on my ass in 10 cities. That's a record. Look, here's my trophy.
I read the fine print.
Find the other man's weakness. Exploit him. Hook him to death. Watch out, they're out to get you. Get that son of a bitch before he gets you. Win! Win! Only sin is losing. Well, bless me, Father, for I have... Christ, I'm sick.
Need to lose.
Look it in the eye, old man. We stole that trophy. And that championship season is a lie. You say that out loud.
Deny that. Feel it. It has weight. Read the names engraved there.
I don't believe in trophies anymore. It's empty.
Get out.
And Martin?
Out!
Yeah, I gotta take it somewhere.
Coach, Martin tried to tell me the same story.
Yeah, Martin was a real son of a bitch when you think about it, right?
Martin didn't have a brain in his head.
We don't need that, boys. It's history. It's in the books. You were a rare and a beautiful thing. A miracle. To see people play beautifully together. Like when I was a boy, a long time past. The whole town would come together. We'd have these huge picnics, these great feasts of picnics. My father, he ran the only bank in town. Elegant. Bach was played in this house. He quoted Shakespeare. To be or not to be, that's the question. Shoulders like a king. He'd carry me on his back into the freezing waters, yes, of the lake. So clear, you could see white pebbles on the bottom. It's all gone now. Vanished. Lake, picnic grounds, gone. All wire and concrete, glass now. Used car lots now. Phil's trucks came and took them all away.
We can get it back, Coach. Urban renewal, preserve the environment.
I can still see buckets of ice cream and big red slabs of meat, and kites, sky full of blue and red kites, men playing horseshoes, big silver pails of beer. In the late afternoon, the men would dive off the high rocks, so high they made you dizzy to look down. I would watch my father dive and turn and glisten in the sun, falling like a bird falls, and then knife the water so clean he'd leave only ripples. The Depression killed him. The bank went under. He threw away his wedding ring. He threw his teeth across the room. He stopped talking. He died a year later in his prime. Wouldn't let anybody in that room. Not even my mother. He died alone in that room. He lost faith in everything. The country. He told me, that man who listened to Bach, who quoted Shakespeare, elegant man, he told me, never forget, Marx was a Jew. Jews will ruin the country. 29 proven dead. Not enough of them jumped out of the windows at 29. The whole race should have splattered themselves on the sidewalk in 29. That man didn't know how to fight back. He lost his character. lost his character. I chose my country. God forgive me. I made a supreme sacrifice. I worked in the mines for my country. You gotta fight back. You gotta fight back. You gotta fight forever. They killed Kennedy, boys. McCarthy, Patton, even. All the great leaders are in stone. Somebody has to lead this country back again. I'm talking about survival. All we have is ourselves. And the race is to the quickest. And this country is fighting for her life. And we are the heart. And we always play to win. You won't lose. Because I won't let you lose. I will whip your ass to the bone. I'll run you into the ground. Your soul belongs to God, but your ass belongs to me. Remember that one? Come on, boys. We can do it. We can win. Just can't lose. Won't lose. Dare not lose. Lose is not in our vocabulary. I shaped you, boys. Never forget that. I ran you until the blisters busted. I ran you straight into perfection, bloody socks and all. You had no character. You all legs. Mistake a second. You couldn't put on your jocks. I made you winners. I made you winners.
7 seconds left. It's unbelievable, an unbelievable sight. It's bedlam here in Philadelphia. There are 7 seconds left. Fillmore High School has fought their way back from a near disastrous first half. Down by 21 points, they have unbelievably come back with Sikowski, Romano, Rhodes, and Tom and James Daly playing absolutely superb basketball. In a bruising physical battle, they are now behind by 1 point, 76-75, but they have the ball with 7 seconds left on the clock. Time in. Philadelphia Tech takes the floor. Fillmore breaks the huddle around Coach Delaney. I hope you can hear me. It's crazy. 7 seconds. Pennsylvania State basketball championship comes down to 1 shot, 1 play. Here we go. Sikowski into Daly. Daly up for 5 seconds. Daly Romano in the corner. Romano across the court to James Daly. 2 seconds. Daly's alone to the foul line. Loads up. Unbelievable. Fillmore High School wins it. The Fillmore team is lifting the coach on their shoulders. It's an unbelievable sight here in Philadelphia.
Another victory for Fillmore as we swing into the fray. For the loyal sons of Fillmore are out to win today. With hope and courage never failing, as we swing right down the field, our hearts will e'er be faithful to the foe, will never yield.
Don't punish yourselves, boys. The world will do that. Protect, survive. Hey, Phil, you got something to say to George?
George, I'm sorry, George. Will you forgive me?
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. How's in the whooping cranes?
What's that?
On the way out. Cranes. Whoop.
You gotta love one another, boys. You can't make it alone.
George, I'll do anything you want. I'm behind you.
Come here, you. You dirty bastard. I love you like a brother. All right, let's go album time.
Well, we better be getting together pretty soon, huh, Coach, and mapping it out.
All right, Monday noon at the mayor's office. You need a speech for Thursday, right, Casey?
Yeah, James. We'll have it to you by Monday.
All right. Come on, let's go. Come on, get up. Smile. Come on, James. Show me those new teeth. All right.
Let's get one of you, Coach.
No.
Yeah, one for the album, Coach.
Well, Jim, come on, come over to my house, watch the playoff games with Coach.
No. James changed. Good little man is extinct. But they all shoot down at the basket now. I hardly watch it anymore. It's not my game anymore. It's no longer the white man's game.
Come on, smile, Coach.
Say cunnilingus.
I got you, Coach.
Yeah.